No, usually I try not to bring politics into, my social life, like YouTube and, social media. YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. But this year, I cannot stay silent. As a member of the LGBT, this is crazy. We gotta talk about this. Like, Trump was fired at, and no, he wasn't fired from his job. His ear got injured, but I'm not sure how bad the injury is, because I think he's milking it, really. And of course, all his supporters are sporting the Van Gogh look. But, right after that, Biden dropped out. And then Kamala went up on stage and she got made fun of for talking about, like, coconut trees and stuff. But a lot of people, including myself, think she was possibly having an anxiety attack. And you know what? I don't blame her. And then Biden conveniently, I put quotation marks around that word for legal reasons, but conveniently got the virus right after that. You know what I think? I don't think he was sick. I think he was hiding. And honestly, I don't blame him and I don't blame Kamala. How would you feel if you were the vice president? I know, just extend your, beliefs, whatever they call it, like, suspend your belief, I think that's what they call it. But anyway, just pretend for a moment that you're the vice president, and it's election time, and your boss's opponent got fired at. Now, your boss goes into hiding. And then you're left with the country, and you've possibly been running it like Hillary for the past 4 years. That's another theory about Kamala. I think she's been secretly running it under the table, running the country, that is. Doing all the important stuff. Instead of Joe banging every woman he meets, though, he's like snorting nose candy with his son, which is a whole nother can of worms. But a lot of people have said that Joe Biden should drop out, and I think even Obama said to him, "Hey, bro, this is getting dangerous. Drop out, dude. You're getting too old for this shit." And he's like, "Yeah, you know what, bro, Obama, you're right." I'm sure they do have cute little nicknames for each other. Like, I'm sure they were good buddies. And speaking of Obama, did you see how gray he got? Like, he's only 60, and he's about as gray as my grandma, who's 75, or 74, around 74 or 75. I mean, maybe he chose to do that, but I really think it was the stress. And again, don't blame him. I'm sure being president of the United frickin' States is, stressful. And that's why Kamala is the lesser of two evils. Because my uncle always told me, well, he didn't always tell me, but when I turned 18, I don't think there was a voting time that time because it wasn't in time. And I already knew that. I knew I couldn't vote until my 21st birthday, because that's when a voting election happened. But back when I was in school, there were these mock elections. And I think it was 2016 about. But back then, I thought Trump was a less of two evils. And compared to Hillary, he kind of was. But I mean, now that's Hillary versus Kamala. Let's see. A literal felon, or a woman who has done everything in her power to protect other women. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a woman. Again, quotations, not for legal reasons this time. For that reason. But as I was saying, I would be scared too, Like, that is frightening. I'm frightened and I'm not even involved. Oh, and speaking of firings, I heard there was a firing at a school in Georgia. Doesn't really surprise me. And that's sad to say, because I've never talked about this, but I almost survived a school attack. Like, once or twice when I was in middle school, someone brought ammo and a meat divider, but no pew-pew. So I was just wondering, why would you only bring the ammo, but not a pew-pew to fire it? That doesn't make any sense to me. And that's another thing. We can't even say certain words anymore without getting in trouble. We should be able to say certain words. I mean, if it's not in a threatening manner, especially. Like, if we just mention the word, we shouldn't get in trouble. But guess what? Pew pew was in the word of a lipstick I was using. And I got banned off of TikTok live for a week because I was on a live stream and was like, ooh, pew pew metal. But I didn't say pew pew, obviously. I said the actual name. And then I got banned for saying the word. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna take this pew pew, go down to the mall and have some fun. No, I was like, ooh, pew pew metal black. You know? It's kind of ridiculous. I kind of like how my hair looks. Kind of look like a 90s boy. That was kind of my goal. But I mean, you know, like Leo DiCaprio or in Titanic, something like that. Or even Treasure Planet. I haven't watched that movie in a while, so I don't remember the main guy's name, like Jim something. But anyway, we're talking about politics. So yeah, I'm with her. 2024.